What is up, RotoGrinders? Welcome to Grinders Live / Crunch Time. It's kind of a melding of the two, 45 minutes until tip. 7:30 is the late tip-off tonight. Kind of a baby slate, a true doubleheader, too early, too late, 2 at 7:30, 2 at 10 o'clock. It's a TNT doubleheader as well. The first half is the Lakers in Philadelphia. Great job having Philadelphia on national TV again. And then you got Milwaukee at Portland, the return of Dame in Portland. There are 8 teams playing basketball tonight. Amongst those 8 teams, 7 of them, 7 are either on the front end or the back end of a back-to-back. Philly and Golden State on the front end. Lakers, Rockets, Hawks, Jazz, and the Bucks are all on the back end. The only team that's playing an island game would be the Blazers. It is 2/3 of the Tournament Takes podcast, Boston's finest. You got leader of the Juggalo Nation, Kirkwood, Kirk Dees, Kid Yahoo, as well as $4 million winner Bobby Gomes. Kirkwood, how are things? We doing all right? Oh, it's also a Television Tuesday. We should tell the people, and we have the first clue scrolling as we speak. You guys know the deal at this point. Give me the answer in the Discord, rotogrinders.com/Discord, live stream chat channel. First person to tell me what TV show we're talking about, you get yourself a week free of RG Premium. Go for it. Kirkwood, hello, pleasantries.
Yeah, Bobby and I, we have to sit through another one of these. We thought we were doing Crunch Time, and now we got to do Television Tuesdays. But
Life hits you hard sometimes.
I was listening to last night's show in the car for a little bit.
Oh,
and I realized when you guys are doing the guesses that I haven't got one guess right in 2 years. Not one.
Well, you're due. That means you're due, Bobby.
But how hard are you trying? How hard are you trying, Bobby?
He's not.
I tried ChatGPT. I tried all these different ways of figuring this out.
But now it's the one that killed my NVIDIA stock yesterday. It's deep. What is it called?
Deep seed or
deep something.
Yeah.
But we got half back today, so we're coming back.
You got to buy when there's blood in the streets, Kirkwood. You got to buy when there's blood.
I bought this at literally $100 a share before it split 10 times, 10x. So it's at 130 a share, and I that's less. I paid less than that, and I got a 10 times split, so I 10x'd it. I'm chilling.
I can one up you right now if
then I can throw something too.
I can one up you right. We can leave that off air.
Move on.
How's it going, Dean? You look. You said I'm from Boston. I've been in Florida for almost a month now, and I feel like a Floridian at this point.
How many times have you been to Publix? Over under that's the important number.
I went to Publix yesterday while I was listening to your show in the car. Ran in, got a ham and cheese, and got out of there and built my teams.
Have you rookie mistake? You can order online. Just you order online, it's ready for you. Waiting, it'll be in the little heater.
I have 2 kids at home, Dean, and sometimes you like the escape. Like I find myself hiding in my bathroom occasionally. And
understood.
Why'd you shave?
It's like a vacation going to Publix. A vacation on a vacation.
I was hoping you didn't shave, Bobby. I was hoping you would keep it going.
I don't think it was a good look for me, to be perfectly honest.
I liked it. It was strong. It was good.
Was it? God, It gets itchy.
We have only 2 players that are questionable. Cam Whitmore is questionable in the early game. I assume we'll get that news at some point because 7:30 is when that game locks, and I wouldn't start, so him being in the starting lineup wouldn't really matter. Trae Young is back. Atlanta. Bogdanovich sat last night. Nobody told anybody. He was officially on the bench. Now he's out for personal reasons. Jalen Johnson. That seems like it could be a pretty serious injury for Atlanta. He's out. Ricochet came back last night. He's out on I guess they're giving him injury management. Aruri's back. Hachimura's back for the Lakers. Their starting lineup is out. No surprises. Philly is a mess. Embiid, of course, is still out. Paul George is still out. Drummond is out. They're on the front end of a back-to-back. The only one we don't know about right now is DeAndre Ayton, who's questionable for Portland. Bobby Portis is out for personal reasons. Chris Middleton is probable injury management. A little bit surprised that he was available to go on the back end of a back-to-back, but he is good to go. We're going to do game by game, do that pretty quickly, and then we should have some time. We'll go around the horn We'll do that quickly as well, and then we'll save some time for questions from chat, assuming we have the time for that. Of course, it is best to put your questions in the Discord channel, but we have to get a winner first. Can I clear that out? But RotoGrinders.com/Discord, live stream chat channel. We'll go ahead and drop the second clue because you probably shouldn't do this throughout the entire. Let's see how sharp our audience is. We got to give a week free to RG Premium. The second clue will drop right now. We'll drop the second clue. It is high. So wing and high. Those are our two clues. And Bobby is due. So don't let Bobby beat you to it. He can get a week free of RG Premium as well. Anything of note, Kirkwood, that we want to mention before we dive into a little bit game by game? Again, most of the stuff is clear, right? We don't really know who the Jazz are going to be starting. They're a mess. They still have 11 dudes. I hope everybody's all right for Utah. There's a lot of injuries, air quotes. Clarkson came back. He's out again. John Collins is out. Jazang legit hurt. Kessler, you got to rest him. Laurie Marketing, he can't play back-to-back either. They're a mess. Drew Eubanks is popping once again. Anything you want to say big picture-wise, or shall we just dive in and do the thing here? Go ahead.
Not really big picture-wise. I mean, really I'll just hit it in each game. So Lakers are in a back-to-back. Philly is playing nobody, right? Like they got Drummond out, Embiid out, Paul George out. So only thing I'm a little worried about the back-to-back for AD and LeBron, but like AD was he had like the best first quarter. I can't remember
20 and 10 in the first quarter.
I can't remember a better one. I remember Kevin Love just randomly having something crazy like in a first quarter too, but it's probably not even close to what he did. But anyway, that was crazy. Crazier was Dylan Brooks hitting 10 threes against my Celtics, and
they left them wide open, right?
The thing that wasn't crazy is that Tatum didn't even score a point in the first half, so we're back to Hayden. Bobby started to get back on Tatum a little bit in the beginning of the season. I guarantee you he's off. I'm off. I'm joining him. I can't have a star player who just doesn't score a single point in the first half of a huge, meaningful game. Right, Bobby?
He is the Tin Man, as I've said previously. Zero heart. Easiest championship I've ever seen in the history of sports.
No, the championship, you still got to credit them. But, like, it's the problem is
they almost lost to the Pacers. And who else?
He draws me back in so many times, and it's the same disappointment every time.
TJ McConnell almost beat them in the first round.
No, they almost won a game each game, but they didn't even win a game.
What did you say, Dean, about New England?
I think
I'm a Floridian now, but I can take umbrage. So I lived in New England for.
I'm saying you're
all of my life.
surprised.
What'd you say?
Yeah, so you get like defensive or upset, like you wonder why people don't like the New England fan base, and you're complaining about Jason Tatum. They literally just won the title. The last chance a title was up for grabs. So
do you know how many titles we've won, Dean?
Dude, we're not the only one complaining about Jason Tatum.
Like, you're going to go back to like the days of
this
Bill
is like
Russell?
A basket. I bet you Chat all thinks he sucks. You know what I mean? And they all think
Nobody
that
Tatum sucks.
Well, he's not. They don't think he's the real superstar. Like that.
He's a bum.
Yeah. So here you go. There you
we
go.
have an oversaturation of championships. If you're
I
not
love
winning
him.
a championship, it's I don't know. It's just I feel like how many parades have you been to, Kirkwood? You know what I mean?
Are you kidding me? I stopped going to parades after.
This is why you guys are the worst. It's a math problem. Like only 3% chance basically to win the title. You guys are you're spoiled.
Exactly. Tatum is a beta. Like that's the problem.
Yeah,
and he comes out in the beginning of the season and it's like, okay, he's shed that. You know, Steve Kerr put the fire in him, right?
He's
like
probably the best American basketball player like playing today. Like probably.
Oh, now you gotta put.
He's not even the best player in his own team.
Okay.
He's not better than Jaylen Brown.
See, Bobby has this is a take that now he's twisted because he used to say Derek White was the best player on the team.
I thought their guards were fantastic.
White's been struggling. White's been struggling, so now he's back to Jaylen. But Jaylen had the worst fourth quarter I've ever seen last night.
Lakers are playing Philly. 218 is the total. Philly is a 5-point dog here. This is the first half of the TNT doubleheader. Reeves, Christie, Hachimura is back. LeBron, Davis, who ended with a 40-20. Just a completely absurd game. It is a back half of a back-to-back for them. Philadelphia, again, they're without Paul George. They're without Embiid. We're expecting Maxey, Gordon, Ricky Council the fourth. Yabusele, the Dancing Bear, and Kelly Oubre to be the starters. Edwards being their sixth man. Kirkwood, Lakers, Philadelphia. How do we feel about this game? We loading up? Do we like it or what?
I mean, I'm forced to like it. I mean, I love the Philly. First of all, I love Maxey. I play Maxey pretty much most of the time that I can. But he's got to do so much. He just is incredible when these guys are missing, or when they're in. He's their best player in my opinion, because Embiid doesn't play enough. But Kelly O is the one I like the best on the team because he actually gets the usage increase. He's reasonably priced. He gets a fantasy point per minute increase as well. So I like him. Yabusele's probably going to have a tough time, I think, in this game, but I think he's still worth playing just because of the slate. And then, Anthony Davis they just don't have any bigs to guard him. Who's going to guard him unless he's totally worn out from last night's game and whatnot, which is a concern because the back-to-back. But the fact that it's on national TV, I think LeBron and AD both play well, and I think AD has the matchup again where he should just absolutely go nuts.
Yeah, I like him a good bit as well. Is he your favorite star, or do you have Giannis?
Yeah, it's him or Giannis, right? That's from the who can realistically get 80 potential points tonight. I also like other guys. I think the Dame is my guy tonight over Giannis, so I think I go with AD for the stud.
Dame revenge. In this game, we have Maxey at over 20%, LeBron at 22%, Davis at 21%. Pretty split as far as our ownership. Edwards at 17%, presumably coming off the bench, but still playing about 29 minutes or so. You said Kelly O. I thought that was Kelly Olynyk, but you're calling Kelly Oubre Kelly O?
Yeah, Kelly Olynyk does not deserve Kelly O anymore, so I had to pass it on.
Well, maybe Kelly Oubre doesn't want the stink of Kelly O on him. You ever think of that?
The Celtics drafted Kelly O before Giannis. Just a little fun fact there.
Yeah, that was Kelly Olynyk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bobby, jump in here. Lakers, Philly.
Yeah, for me, I think Justin Edwards, small forward, power forward from a value perspective at 3.8K. That's the piece that sticks out. Maxey's hitting our number one optimal. I like the Kelly Oubre call. I was considering playing him on my main team. I think he's fine. I think AD's probably the spend up you want in cash. I would say, Dean, you're the cash guy. You would know best, but I feel like he's probably the guy you want to try to get up to.
You're talking about, I'm sorry, who'd you say as far as cash?
Anthony Davis.
I think I would take Giannis first, but if I have to settle for Davis, I'm fine with that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Giannis first. It's interesting. The first sim is playing Maxey and Steph and fading both Giannis and AD for what it's worth.
I think Maxey is not going to be his own, as we're saying, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be his own either because I think people are going to try to get to Dame.
Yes.
The thing with Dame is it's 3 games, 4 nights, 41 minutes last night. He's Dame Lillard as chalk. I know it's a 4-game slate, but
we have him at 30% for what it's worth. So we do have Lillard ahead. I just think the separation is going to be a little bit greater.
Yeah, Dame makes me a little frightened coming off the 41 minutes, but it is a revenge game, so who knows?
He's been playing a ton of minutes as well. We'll get to that. I think I have Lillard or Giannis in every lineup I made. I made my lineups before the show, so hopefully there's no scrambling. We'll see. But you know how that goes with NBA. I might be scrambling at some point throughout the show. Do we like Justin Edwards, Yabusele? Is any of these cheapies here, Bobby?
I liked Yabu earlier in the day. I think Justin Edwards is the best value play from this game. 3.8K. He'd probably be the guy I'd be getting to on the Sixers over a guy like Eric Gordon at 4K. Yabu Council at 12. It counts as small forward, power forward eligibility. Don't mind him either. But I think my favorite would be Edwards.
You got anything else here, Kirkwood, as far as the Lakers and Philly? Shall we move on?
I like it. I mean, I think I think Edwards is a great play. I definitely
Yeah.
prefer him over Council. And I also, what will they give Hachimura minutes tonight?
28. He's cheap, but
I
I think
kind
he
of
kind
like
of
him.
stinks personally.
He does. I kind of like him in this spot, only against a watered down front court for Philly.
In our sims, I'm slightly getting more Hachimura than Council for what it's worth.
We didn't mention Austin Reeves, so you certainly can play him as well. If we did, I missed it. But let's go ahead and let's move on to Houston, Atlanta. Houston playing the back half of a back-to-back. Speaking of your Celtics, walk-off last night, basically a walk-off for Amen Thompson. Amen Thompson, future top 10 best player in the league, future top 5 best player in the league. Dude is amazing. He's out of his mind. 230 is the total 5-point line here. Houston's the second team in the Western Conference by a couple games there. What a big leap there for the Rockets. And the addition of Amen in the starting lineup and playing 40 minutes a night has certainly bolstered that. Atlanta, they are getting Trae Young back tonight. Trae's good to go. We mentioned before, no Rich Shea, no Jalen Johnson, no Bogdanovich. And as far as Houston, we are waiting for Cam Whitmore. Of course, Jabari Smith is still out, and Tari Eason is out. Bobby, I'll let you start here. Rockets, Atlanta. What are your thoughts?
In terms of the Rockets in Atlanta, Amen Thompson at 8K. For me, point guard, small forward eligible. I think he would be my favorite. I also think from at the center position, getting to Sengun is an interesting way to kind of play this slate. I ran our stuff and I'm not getting Sengun at all. And I know people are waiting on 8 in news. I just think that Sengun, someone from a tournament perspective that I have a good bit of interest in. Onyeka Okongwu on the Atlanta side also has center eligibility, like him a good bit. DeAndre Hunter on the Atlanta side at power forward, I think looks good. I like these Rockets probably more than most, I would say. But yeah, I just think it's a good game environment, and I'm fine getting to a bunch of these guys.
Your thoughts here, Kirkwood? Is there still meat in the bone there for Amen? We're projecting him for 38 minutes because you can't project him for more. But he's been playing more a lot. 40, 41. They're pushing it. This game is high, close to the end. He's out of foul trouble. No wonkiness. I know it's the back half of a back-to-back, but he can get to 41, 40, depending on. We just dropped the third clue, by the way. Clue number 3 is just dropped. Go ahead and give your answer in the Discord. Tell me what TV show we're talking about. Kirkwood, the Rockets in Atlanta. I think I guess we're going to call him a stud. Yeah, sure, a star, whatever you want to call him. Trae Young is the one that's not going to be played. Just like he's going to be single digits on a 4-gamer. Just of note, I don't think I'm playing him. I'm not playing enough lineups. But I would just note that we have him at 6% currently coming off his injury. And I don't think it was anything new. It was just something he's been managing throughout the season. What do you got, Kirkwood?
Well, it's a hamstring, right?
Yeah, but that's something he's been labeled that all year. Basically.
And he's had a pretty disappointing year.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think a matchup. I'll give him credit here for not playing last night. Or wait, he didn't play last night, right? He sat out. Yeah,
correct.
And so that's the only thing that he has going for him. But this is a match against Houston. Now, also Houston. That was a rough game for Boston and Houston. That was played like playoff atmosphere. Went down to the very end. That people were fouling hard in that game. And I wonder how much defense the Rockets are going to be playing. But on the back-to-back, it's a good spot, if you're going to see Houston, tonight's the night to see them. So maybe their defense isn't quite up to snuff. So that's his error. I kind of like the other guy. I kind of like just taking the smaller pieces like DeAndre Hunter, who won't be too high ownership. I always like Okongwu. It's an interesting matchup with Sengun. And Capella's actually been pretty good on the bench, but yeah, I'm down on Trae tonight, to be honest with you.
We just got the Atlanta lineup, and I think it's Mohamed Gay. I think is how you pronounce it. He's drawing the start. I was watching that game last night, and He was in moments. He didn't play a ton, but he's starting tonight for Atlanta. We got Young, Daniels, Krejci, Gay, and Okongwu starting for Atlanta. So that is interesting. Did not anticipate that. Philadelphia, by the way, starting Maxey, Gordon, Oubre, Edwards. Edwards is starting. Yabusele. So who's not starting that we anticipated was starting? I think we had Council. I think we had him briefly. But yeah, Council is not starting. It is Maxey, Gordon, Oubre, Edwards, Yabusele. Bobby, your thoughts?
In terms of Gay, I just want to wait till projections can upload. I'm probably not going to have much interest.
Center only, 3K.
Center, okay, I am going to have interest then. I don't know. I wanted to play Sengun. What's the situation? Is it going to be more difficult for me to get to Sengun in tournaments now because Eubanks and Gay are likely going to pop?
I don't know how much this guy's going to play.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What's his usage rate?
On the season, he's only played 30 minutes. His usage is 21%. Fantasy points per minute is 0.62. I feel like he's probably a good blocker, but I don't know. But I was just kind of watching him and seeing his frame. But I feel like he's more of a defensive player. But that's something I have to look into. I'm going to do that on the fly. I did not anticipate having to know about this guy. You have a thought?
Either, and you threw the question right to me. Like, what do you want me to do, Dean? Here.
Well, you're the expert and I'm the host. Yeah, that's how that works.
You're the NBA expert, Dean. We all know this. You're the NBA expert. You watch the dots until 11 p.m. at night or whenever the games close. Then you get on your Xbox and you play your video games till 4 a.m. and you won't meet me for breakfast.
That was hilarious. You want to meet me for breakfast? There's no way I'm meeting you for breakfast. No offense. I'm not meeting anybody for breakfast. It's not personal. I'm just not meeting anybody for breakfast at 9 o'clock in the morning. Get out of town. I know, Kirk, what you like to do your on the fly analysis. Have you figured? If we gave you a minute or so, Mohamed Gay out of Washington State.
Yes, I know Mohamed Gay very well because he was actually his draft rights were traded to the Celtics.
Yeah.
And then they traded him to the Hawks. So I've followed this guy for a while. He's from Senegal. He's really rough around the edges. He played for Washington State. He never really did much from an overall fan. He's just been work in progress, kind of wherever he goes. So I can't imagine him being in this playing a ton in this game. But I don't know. We'll see.
His per 36, for what it's worth. Let's see. His 2-year average per 36, 10 points, 10 rebounds. Yeah, I figured 2.4 steals, 1.4 blocks. I figured he was a good stock guy. And he does have the ability to shoot a three. Not great. He's made 1 3 per every 5.9 taken. But he'll throw him up there at least. This is all 100 minutes we're talking about. This is all we have to work with. But I don't know how many minutes he's going to play. Is it just sort of like because Hunter off the bench probably plays 28 minutes, right? He's not starting, but probably plays more minutes as like the 6-man. I assume they're still doing the Okongwu Capella 48 in total. Nance is also there. Like Nance can spell him really quickly. I don't know. I think it's an interesting tournament dart. I tell you, he showed some ability, I guess, in a small stint last night, but this could go bad. I'm really curious what the projection team puts on him.
You know what I just realized tonight is?
Television Tuesday?
Besides that, we have an extreme revenge spot here.
Which is?
For Gary Bird.
Oh, there it is. Is he a vengeful guy?
Garrison Matthews. I mean, I bet he might be. This game might be kind of gross, and he might get some extended minutes if he's hitting. If he knocks down a couple of threes. He may not. He may get less than 20, and he may suck. But like, he has the ability to knock down a bunch of threes, especially on maybe a weaker than usual Houston defense.
For what it's worth, we're projecting Gay to play 19 minutes. I think that is the new projection as of like 2 minutes ago, and which would in total about 17 fantasy points as a median score, but again, that is a tough number to put. But I think that's a good middle score. That's a good middle, as far as I can tell. It's a good job by the projection team. That's the best you can do. Yeah. Anything else we want to note here as far as Houston? Are we in on Amen, Bobby? Lock button? Is he just outrageous?
He's hitting two teams I'm considering, so I'm probably in there just because of the minutes. Like they've been outrageous, even at 8K. Like I'm fine playing him on a 4-game slate and just playing the minutes.
All right. Anything else here as far as Houston and Atlanta? We'll talk Milwaukee, Portland, Utah, Golden State in a second. We'll go ahead and drop that fourth clue as well for the people for Television Tuesday. We want to give away a week free of RG Premium. The first 3 clues have dropped. The fourth clue is dropping momentarily. Yes, Hammer is telling us in chat. And what's up, chat? Have we officially said hello to chat? I don't know if we have. Hit that like button and subscribe and turn on those notifications, do all those things to help us keep the lights on. But land is our last, not our last clue. There's still one more to come. We have bonus ones just in case we need them, but I don't think we will. Maybe we will. Land is clue number 4. Tell me the answer in the Discord. Anything else as far as game 2, or shall we jump to the back half of the doubleheader here, Kirkwood?
Yeah, let's go.
Jackson is asking if Whitmore is in, and I don't know. I've seen nothing on this, and I don't know why we have no clarity.
If he's in, I like him for sure.
But I don't know.
I like him too if he's in, for what it's worth.
But again, that game starts in 15 minutes, and unless I missed it, somebody in chat, I don't think we have a report. By the way, I'm just going to throw this out in the world. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but we saw Atlanta do that goofy thing with Bogdanovich last night, where they didn't say he wasn't playing. They didn't say he was hurt. He just sat in the bench and chilled all night. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but Hunter's got he's got injury history. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm just in my back of my brain. There's like a 2% chance like he just doesn't play, and they pull the same shenanigans again. No, that's my own little paranoia. Milwaukee and Portland, 2:30 is the total back half of the TNT doubleheader. It is a revenge game, not first blood, I don't think, for Dame in Portland. We don't know about DeAndre Ayton. He's currently questionable. Milwaukee, we do know that Bobby Portis is out for personal reasons. Also for Milwaukee, AJ Johnson not there. Nothing else of note. You kind of touched on this earlier, Kirkwood, as far as Dame back in Portland. Your thoughts, Bucks, Blazers.
Yeah, I mean, when Dame's feeling it, he's just like no other player when he's actually hitting them. And it's a lot of it's with confidence with him, and he's back in Portland. I mean, I just think this is his game tonight, and I think that it's also Anthony Simons, and I think they just go at each other. Is what I think.
Prioritization as far as this game, what do you got?
Yeah, it's those two are my priorities, Dame and Simons.
I had the same thing, by the way. Me and you both.
All right. Well, that's good. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
I get the 3 of us. But
are we holding hands? Are we all holding hands in this?
We're all holding hands. I don't like it. Especially like if Dean's in the middle, probably.
Dean. Plus, he's all riled up after.
No, it's because he showed me his hand the other day. He got burned on the stove or something.
Oh my god!
Showed you his hand. Were you guys? Wait, have you guys hanging out together?
Did I miss the webcam.
Oh wow, it's spicy, huh?
It's been a little bit over 2 weeks since.
That was the worst thing you could have said to Kirkwood, Dean.
Little webcam action with Bobby and Dean. He didn't say FaceTime like on the phone. He said webcam. Like that's
he said webcam.
That's a little different, don't you think? Wouldn't you think? Chat. Is that different?
I mean, what is it called? If not,
it's a little different. Like I don't know why you would word it that way. It's prior to a show, but
I did it like intentionally because I wanted to get Kirkwood all jealous. I cannot find anything on Whitmore, by the way. I'm doing a search, and somebody let me know in chat if you have the answer. If anybody out there, if you guys see it, I don't see anything on Whitmore, which is weird. Why do we not?
That's not good because he's currently hitting my first team. So
I know.
We have to make a decision here.
I currently have him in a team as well, and I don't know what to do with him. But I don't think he's like.
I have a question, Bobby. Bobby, does Dean have small hands? You see when Brady,
it looked like
Brady killed Eckler when he on there. He's like he's got tiny hands.
It looked like he had small hands. I didn't want to make the comment, but it looked like he had small hands.
Yeah, who's the quarterback that has the small hands famously? I can't remember. one that people always reference?
Kenny Pickett.
Jared Goff, I thought.
Don't change the subject, Dean.
Well, we got to get back on track, and we still don't have a winner just yet for.
God, I hate my teams.
It'll be a fun reveal. I don't know what to do with Whitmore. Somebody in chat. Does anybody know in chat? Is producer Steve? You guys doing some Googles? I need to know because he's hitting some stuff and it's very concerning. And where are the beats? Where are the Houston beats? Nobody can tell us if he's playing or not. He was ill. So is he in the building? Is he not in the building? Is he dressed? I don't know. But that's somewhat concerning.
I just entered my team, so he is on my team currently. We better get that news.
I'm trying to think who would be like an easy pivots. Who would be like the super obvious pivot? Let's see. He's 3.8 on DK. Who could we? I mean, one of this nonsense players from Milwaukee, I guess, maybe, depending on how much salary you have. Not that you want to play Andre Jackson or Prince. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the quick pivot away. Somebody for Utah? Sensabaugh? Nah. Filipowski if you have him in the utility spot. Any events. I'm getting derailed, but again, I think this is pretty important too. Bobby, jump in here. Milwaukee, Portland.
Yeah. I think Dame's going to hit a lot of people's stuff. And like I said, 3 games, 4 nights, 41 minutes of the last time out. I just want to get away from Dame. I just swapped him off my main team. I had him in Simons. I don't think I'm currently playing Dame anymore unless something changes within the next 10 minutes.
So you're playing Giannis then?
Maybe Kirkwood. Maybe I'm playing Giannis.
What about playing both? I have a lineup of both. I have a little stack with I've made a lot of lineups, but I did make Giannis, Lillard, and I ran it back with Simons, and I think I have Avdian as well. So I have a bit of a this game gets busy, it gets loose. How do you feel about that, Bobby?
What was the question, Dean? Sorry.
A game stack with the 2 studs for Milwaukee, Giannis, Lillard, and then we talked about Simons, and then I think it's kind of a little bit of an overpay for Avdia. I think there's also a little bit of hidden value for whatever reason Ayton doesn't go. We might get some some center Avdia, which wouldn't be a bad thing. Not banking on that, but I'm talking about a little bit of a game stack here for Milwaukee and Portland.
Yeah, like I said, I had Simons with Dame as a I don't mind the game stack, Dean. I just don't want to give everything away, right? I don't mind the game stack.
I mean, that's kind of
what
we're
doing. It's a 4-game slate. You can figure out what I have currently.
Yeah, and I'm still trying to find news on Whitmore unsuccessfully, which is weird. We did get a winner, by the way, for Television Tuesday. It was not Bobby for the 100th consecutive time.
I haven't even heard a clue. You guys gave clues?
Yeah,
I didn't hear a clue either. I wasn't
paying it every time. Just nobody's paying attention, which is fine. You're not supposed to be paying attention.
I just quit trying to guess these terrible clues, is what it is. That's what it comes down to, Dean.
We'll explain it maybe after lock. We'll see. Behand 4987. Shout out to Behand 4987. Took it down. We'll tell you the name soon enough. Kamara.
Big hand.
Anybody have a Kamara take? I see they're asking about Kamara in chat.
I like Kamara a good bit, especially a guy who can kind of you want to attack Milwaukee from the outside. I think Kamara's definitely a tournament play.
I think we got him projected for a ton of minutes too. 31. Yeah, pretty healthy as far as the minutes there. Avdia in the 30s, Simons in the 30s, Kamara in 31, 8 and 30. I don't know if he doesn't play. Like we currently have Williams at 10. Yeah, I don't know how. I guess he can play in the 20s. Klingon is at 18 right now. I don't know how much more Klingon can play. I think he's still on that minutes restriction. But we shall move on and talk about the.
I've got one play, another revenge play for the people.
Okay, I'm trying to think. Let's see. Who's the revenge? Not Dame.
Not Dame.
All right. Who am I missing? Who's the revenge?
Gary Trent Jr.
Oh yeah, he was very angry about leaving Portland.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how can Dame be upset about leaving Portland? He forced his way out of Portland.
No, I don't think he is. I mean, I don't think he's upset.
No, it's more like a feel good. Like they're gonna.
They like him there.
They're gonna give him.
They might butter him up
in the beginning, like they always do.
He's not as focused, right?
No, I'm telling you, with Dame, he needs to feel confident, and it's going to build his confidence.
He's always feeling confident.
It's kind of like almost as good as a new haircut. So if you can,
he's not gonna be feeling
narrative.
confident when Simons drops 30 on him tonight.
Yeah, I love Simons. I think
Simons is a better play than Dame.
We slept on the Capella revenge game, by the way. Puppet Master is telling us in chat.
Oh, yeah.
Utah takes on Golden State. 229 is the total. Golden State, despite not being great this year, they're 13, 14-point favorites here. Utah, the back end of a back-to-back. Golden State is Golden State's on the front end of a back-to-back. Do we have time to run down? No Clarkson, no Collins, no Jazang, no Walker Kessler, no Lauri Markkanen. Sexton is available. Shibble is available. They still have 11, so it's not like they're down to nothing. They got 11 dudes. We're anticipating Collier, Sexton, Svi Michaela, Potter, and Eubanks to draw the start. Eubanks is super, super chalky right now. Our Golden State projected lineup is Curry, Heald, GP2, Mitten, Wiggins, and TJD. But it feels like Pods is kind of on the way up, and Post is kind of on the way up, and Heald's kind of on the way down. But you never really know with Kerr, and his rotations are really, really tricky. But I actually have a fair bit of Pods. I think Moody's kind of interesting as a cheapie as well. But yeah, Golden State's probably still going to run their 11, 12-man nonsense. Kirkwood, Utah, Golden State, what do you got? Whitmore in, by the way, according to our chat. Thank you, chat.
Thank you, chat.
Love them. We have to address. Some of these players from Utah. They just have to be good with everybody out.
Do they?
Do they? Yeah, I was about to say, do they? Because,
if they don't. So if Svi starts, we can play him. I think if he starts, because after the debacle the other night, I think the one I probably like the most is, and he's not going to be high owned at all, is Keontae George. But
okay.
I think Eubanks is fine. It's like how bad can he be in this spot? I don't know. He only played 22 minutes last night.
I think was that the game he got ejected?
On the 27 on today, that was yesterday. I don't remember him getting ejected.
He recently got ejected. That was a couple days ago, I think.
Yeah. So we've seen him in spots like this get up to 30 minutes. And if that's the case, anywhere like 20 or 30, he should be fine for the price. So I do like him. I know he's busted a lot of times and whatnot, and so people don't have a good feeling for him, but I like him. And then maybe I don't know what they're going to do with Sensabaugh. I don't know what they're going to do with Potter. I don't know what they're going to do with Filipowski. I guess I like Filipowski, but and then I like some players on the other side to get a little crazy on Golden State for the bigs. I think even though Trace Jackson Davis's minutes are on the downtick, this certainly could be a game where he does well inside, and if he's not, then it could be potentially Quentin Post. I
have a lineup of Post.
Yeah,
I don't feel great about it, but I have one.
He could do well. He could absolutely bomb you because we just don't know what. Kerr is just a maniac with his rotations, but he's definitely on the uptick, and Trace Jackson Davis is on the downtick. But if Trace Jackson Davis is playing well, I could see that switching. And then we got I don't know. I'm just kind of reaching here. They all it's just a crazy lineup.
Bobby, give me your favorite player on each side for Utah and for Golden State.
Drew Eubanks and Brandon Podziemski.
I like Pod too. Yeah. How do we feel about Collier? Because he's got a nice projection from us. I think he's the worst player in basketball, statistically. I've seen some stuff on him. He's horrendous. But that's perfect for Utah. You're terrible? Here, come on, get a uniform. We love you. Yeah. We're giving him 30 minutes though, and 30 fantasy points about is he somebody that's hitting your stuff, Bobby? Collier?
I can check in a sec. I don't
Wow, he's the worst player?
I feel like I read that somewhere, somebody was doing some stats on it. God, I don't know where I saw that. I should go on.
He's been playing pretty well recently. But, I mean, maybe on the defensive end, he might be the worst.
That might be it. Yeah, I could be misspeaking. But I did see – I was reading something that was not so glowing about him.
I'm getting a lot of like Sixers value guys over the Utah guys for what it's worth, which is, I think, wrong.
Like you have Edwards over, most of the Utah guys?
Yeah, I would say I have Edwards more. Like in tournaments, I have more Sixers than I have Utah guys.
Falcor is saying single entry for FanDuel, Edwards or Gay for power forward. Like, I think Edwards is much safer. It's also FanDuel where Gay might get like 6 stocks, but he also might play like 14 minutes. It's tricky. You have a take here, Kirkwood?
I really don't.
I'm getting 25% call here.
I would take Edwards.
Yeah, I mean, Edwards feels safer. It's single entry. I don't know if Gay's going to be played. I'm assuming he's 3-5 over there.
I mean, I've got Edwards for like 30 minutes, so
it's tricky. It's tricky. Hey, 2v2, Bobby. Maxey and Giannis versus Lillard and Giannis. Well, okay, so Maxey or Lillard?
Maxey, yeah, I'd probably lean. I'd probably lean the Lillard side. Kirkwood's going to lean the Maxey side, I would imagine.
We have Locke. It just really snuck up on us, boys. It's Locke's
Maxey or who?
It was Maxey versus Lillard.
I'm on Dame.
Yeah, I haven't. Well, also the price discount is
just play Kelly O and Dame. That's what I'm doing.
Who's breaking the slate, Kirkwood?
Oh boy, probably your boy from Senegal.
Gay?
Yeah,
you might break either way. Like I don't know. I just don't know what. It's a lot of it's probably gonna be predicated by how well.
I mean, you're gonna want to have Anthony Davis again, I think.
He's pretty good.
I love the Dame and Simon's correlation back and forth at each other.
I don't think we mentioned Steph, which I think is just interesting. But
I mean, against Utah, anybody can. Utah is the worst. It don't even get
end of sentence. You don't have to finish that sentence.
Every single spot on the floor, they give up the most fantasy points to every single spot except the small forward.
They are quite bad.
That's because no one needs to use a small forward against them.
Bobby, who's breaking the slate for you?
Simons.
I like that call. By the way, let's go ahead and explain it. We are at Lock. We'll stick around for a minute or so. Television Tuesday. Bobby, we're going to walk through it. Wing, high, network, land. Those are the 4 clues. So I'll tell you 2 and 4, and it's kind of a tie-in with basketball. What is 2, Bobby? What is 2?
High?
What's 4?
I wasn't paying attention, to be honest.
4 is land. 2 is high. You put them together, what does it sound like?
Highland?
Yeah? Say it again.
Highland?
Okay, Highland, yeah.
Okay.
What are we talking about? What are we doing right now? What did we just talk about for 45 minutes?
You talked about Television Tuesday. I didn't pay attention.
Kirkwood? Bones? It's Bones?
Bones, Highland. Bones was a TV show. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I said Bones.
Yeah, I know. Bones was a TV show that was on Fox for like 12 years.
I like Bones.
You watched? I was wondering who watched Bones. You get that on the
No,
Bobby's who. That's
he's in the laundry room with the girl, and he's like, "Yeah, I watch everything. CSI, Bones."
Bones was a big hit in Bobby Gomes' household. I couldn't believe it was on for 12 years. We're being told now apparently Steph is questionable, which is wow.
Good. Podzemski, there we go.
Yeah,
wow.
We got our pods.
No, but you know who it's really gonna be? It's gonna be Buddy.
No, it's gonna be pods,
injury,
dude.
man. Is this is in response to just Utah's playing nobody? I guess we can. The only thing is it's a home game, right? If you're a fan for the Warriors, you want to come out and see Steph play. That's doing their fans dirty, but I kind of get it, right? Sort of. And it is it's a front half of a back-to-back. I believe they play at home tomorrow night versus OKC, which they're going to lose anyway, probably. but maybe they just want to rest Steph for that. Interesting. Yeah. By the way, wing, there are bones and wings, and that was the other reason for that clue. But shout out to
why do places call tenders wings? There's nothing about a wing in there, you know.
Nobody calls tenders wings.
Yeah,
Nobody
a lot of places do. They're boneless or bone in, you know. Boneless wings.
No,
they call
chicken
them.
tenders are tenders. Wings are.
He's right. Boneless wings. What are those? Those are tenders.
Yeah. Thank you, Bobby. I don't know where Dean.
Oh, you're thinking of like what's the Buffalo Wild Wings?
All of them. They all say the same thing.
Boneless, no. Okay, so chicken tenders are like a bigger piece of meat. A boneless wing is like a little piece. I think it's a small tender.
No, that's not true. People call tenders boneless wings. They say that here. Like
I don't agree.
Everywhere. They do.
If we have a show, if the show is still going on, we run a poll in chat. But I don't believe it. I think you're in your box. Maybe that's just in a.
You walk into Buffalo Wild Wings. You say you want wings. They're going to say boneless or bone in, and it's tenders.
You're talking about tenders. You're saying tenders are boneless wings, and I don't agree with that.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying people say that they are like that. Why do they call them boneless wings? That's what I was saying, because they aren't. They're just tenders.
All right. I think tenders are bigger than boneless wings. Bobby, you get the final word in this important take.
I agree with Kirkwood.
Yeah, he knows him, right?
I didn't agree with him at first, but then I thought about it.
You don't even know what he said. You're just agreeing with him blindly. You weren't listening.
I wasn't. Half of
it. Steve, right on cue with the laugh button. All right, hit that like button, do subscribe, turn notifications. Tomorrow night, I assume 5 o'clock we're on because it's a big boy slate, not messing around, taking you guys all up to 7 o'clock. You know, Ross going to be back, a whole deal. But anything else for the road here, Bobby? Anything you want to say to the people before we step aside and get out of here?
Good luck, everyone. Sorry you have to put up with Dean's bad clues.
Well, we did have a winner. Somebody guessed correctly, so it's not so terrible. Kirkwood, you got anything?
Nada.
Oh, J3's telling me there's a PGA show. I was not aware of this. Do we have to get out of here? Is Noto waiting in the wings with cards? That would make sense. So yeah, I assume there's a PGA show going down. Yeah, it starts in 10 minutes. So we got to clean the slate. If you guys like your golf.
I have one question. Before we go. I have a birthday party this week. Are you going to come?
Well, probably not.
It's your birthday? It's your birthday?
Yeah, 31st. Yep.
Happy birthday in advance. But
I'll be there. I'll come, Bobby. I'll be there.
You can come to Florida, man. I appreciate you if you do.
Only if Kirkwood shows up, I'll be there.
All right.
Narrative Street, though. Let us know when the official night is, so we can hold hands and play the same plays. That was
Kirkwood. If I show up, we'll see if Tiny Hands actually comes or not. We'll see.
That's Kirkwood. That's Bobby Gomes. Shout out to producer Steve as well. On your way out the door, do hit that like button. Do subscribe. Do turn on those notifications. That's it. You've been Grinders Live and Crunched. We're out of here. Holler.